Thank you, Professor. Your Excellency, our President, distinguished Senator for Baringo, my brother Gideon, Honorable Raymond, my good friend and former client, Philip, the Moi family, my brother Musalia, Kalonzo, and all distinguished guests on this very important day. I also come here to pay testimony to the life of a great man. My entry into politics was courtesy Mzee Moi. I said at the funeral day how he made a call to my office. I had never met him, and how he sprang me from legal practice to the political arena. And we can remember Mzee Moi for many things. A man full of compassion, a man full of candor, a man full of religious beliefs, and a man who respected and adored God. I don't remember any Sunday that Mzee Moi didn't go to church. And he went to church to worship. So when he was in church, that's the only time he separated with his rungu. He only entered church with a Bible in the hand. And he led this country well. And if you want to know, he did. When Mzee Moi passed on, Kenya came to a standstill. And every Kenyan flocked to the nearest screen where they were available to see the processions. I remember the queues at Parliament, extending beyond the Supreme Court. Ordinary Kenyans coming to pay their respects to a great man. Mzee Moi was a man who built bridges everywhere. When you sat with him, he literally had a friend, not friends because they were in high places, but ordinary Kenyans in most unexpected places. He went to a village and he would call out a name of somebody he knew and talk to them. I remember he used to tell us how he came into politics. He said, I used to have a Land Rover called Short Wheelbase that I used to drive myself from Loitoktok to Lokitang as the Member of Parliament for the Rift Valley. Hawa bunge, Your Excellency, ambao wanalialia siku hizi, they can't represent an area as vast as that. Ukimwambia represent area, nipe gari, nipe CDF, sije nipe nini, ndio fanye kazi. Mzee Moi represented Rift Valley alone, running from everywhere to everywhere, and capping that with visits to Western, to Mzee, our patriarch Masinde Muliro, ran to Coast, to Mzee Ronald Ngala. And if you look at the manifesto of KADU, it was the foundation of modern day devolution. And that was what Mzee Moi led. And he even attempted in his presidency when he brought district focus for rural development. Actually, that's a precursor to devolution. And we must salute him for that. Your Excellency, Mzee Moi used to say something that people used to laugh. He says, musijidanganye. Hakuna mutu anapenda mutu mweusi. If you have seen the clips and captions from some racist French doctors about COVID and Africans, you can then understand what Mzee Moi meant when he said, musijidanganye. Hakuna mutu anapenda mutu mweusi. So he was telling us, chanukeni, simama wima, build your country. Rome was not built in a day, but Romans were there to build it. So Kenya will not be built in a day, but we must be there to build it. So we come here on an occasion where I hope my brother Philip and family in the future, you run this for 2 days. Have a colloquium where those of us who grew in the shadow of Mzee can write papers and come and present and do a treatise on what Mzee meant to us and what he meant for this country. You know, when Mzee Moi left office, the skeptics didn't believe it. That here is a man who wielded real power in this country, but who knowingly, willfully, voluntarily walked out of that big office and handed over to somebody else to carry on with the country. It is not easy. You can see in our neighborhood how things are going on. It's not easy. But Mzee Moi left. And we salute his successor, Mzee Kibaki. Because I remember, Your Excellency, some of our excited then young ministers, when they came to the office, they had a desire, misguided though, to hurt Mzee. And Mzee Kibaki told them, get out of my office and go and do your work. And there lay the foundation of sending away fear of any leader in this country to leave office and live in peace. We want a country where we can enjoy to have 3-4 retired presidents giving wise counsel to those in leadership, the way Mzee Moi did. When I came here for the burial of my late brother Jonathan, that's the last time I met Mzee, and we were with my brother Gideon. Your Excellency, these are the words he said. Nyenye vijana, chungeni nchi yenu, unganisha wananchi. Those were his words. Gideon, I'm sure you remember that. And those words must ring in everybody's mind. We're having today, Your Excellency, some of our colleagues in politics that appear to take leave of their senses when they face the public. And I've said repeatedly that some of us, every time they engage their mouth, they disengage their brain. And end up doing things that don't help this country. We want to urge you, politicians, please, as you engage your mouth, leave your brain engaged so that you can understand and appreciate that every single word we say must be geared towards holding this country together, uniting the people of this country, and taking this country to the next better level. Because kama unaanza kufikiria kama si wewe ipasuke, itaanza kukupasukia wewe. And it will be very uncomfortable for everybody, because we know countries that have taken that route have taken decades to recover. May the soul of Mzee Moi that we all cherish rest in eternal peace. As I finish, you know, Mzee Moi, when you sit with him, he lacked a lot of culture. So he would say, hey, we kijana yangu, kuja hapa. Nyinyi wa Pukusu, ile kimila yenu munaita nini? Then we start counting, Your Excellency, circumcision age bands. Na mwambia mzee, sisi tuko moja inaitwa Kolongolo. Anasema hata hiyo tuko nayo. Tuko na ingine inaitwa Kinyike. Anasema tuko na Kimunyige. Sisi tuko na Nyanga. Anasema tuko na Nyonge. Sisi tuko na Kananach. Anasema tuko na Kiplelach. Sisi tuko na Kikwamet. Anasema tuko na Kikoimet. Tuna hesabu zote. Anasema unajua, unaona, sisi tulitoka mahali moja. So that was Mzee, the head of state, coming down to talk culture. As a lawyer who did some work for him, Your Excellency, I remember he gave me a petition to represent one of his friends from Mombasa called Ramadan Saif Kajembe. When I finished the petition, I thought he had nominated to Parliament So I was doing a gratis job because I'm also returning a hand to a man who took me to parliament. After 4 months, he called me. We kijana, ile kazi ulifanya mzuri. Kwa nini hujauliza pesa ulipwe? Sema mzee, hiyo nilifanya tu kwa sababu mimi part of the team. Hapana. Utakula nini? He called me and paid me my fees. That is the compassionate Moi that we are talking about today. We shall cherish you forever, Mzee. We shall remember you forever, Mzee. Rest in peace. And may the siblings of my brother Gideon, my brother Raymond, and my client Philip stick together and maintain the good name that your old man painstakingly built. Thank you.